Hey guys, today I wanted to show you one of the builds I've been using to kill DClone this season. First, I'm going to go over the gear, skills, and stats. Then I got a video of me completing the fight with some playstyle and mechanic tips. Alright, let's get into it. This is Fist of the Heavens Holy Bolt Paladin that utilizes prayer and meditation to regen life and mana throughout the fight. So if we go to the skill tree, we'll see that I put max points into Fists of the Heavens and all but synergies, so Holy Nova, Holy Light, and Holy Bolt. Then the other two skills that are important are Holy Shield and Joust. Holy Shield's really good because it gives you defensive bonus and an increased chance of blocking, but it also lowers the Paladin's block frames to 2, which is the best in the game, I believe. And then Joust is our escape skill. When DClone drops his adds, sometimes they can trap you against the wall, and if they do this, you just joust out and you're good to go. Then in offensive auras, didn't put any points there. Defensive auras, the only place you really need to put points here is prayer and meditation. I also put points into resist fire and resist cold, but that will depend on the gear and corruptions that you have, because these each will give you a 1% to your maximum resistance to the corresponding element for every 2 hard points. And for this fight, you're going to want to reach the maximum fire res cap, which is 90. I was at 88, so I had to put 4 points into resist fire. And then I also put 4 points into resist cold just because of the hammer wave attack that you'll see later in the fight that does massive amounts of cold damage. And it can easily one-shot you. So I wanted to raise up my maximum cold resist just a little bit. But like I said, it kind of just depends on your gear and your corruptions, and also your playstyle. If you feel like you can dodge the attack, or you just don't want to put the points there and want to put them somewhere else, that's entirely up to you. It's personal preference. And then Salvation, you don't actually have to put a point here. That's just for when I was doing Uber Tristram. So again, that could be an extra point. But if you do end up having extra points, I would put them into prayer. I only ended up having 1 extra one, and I put it there. But if you have more, I would keep adding them to prayer, because the little bit of life gain that it gives you over time while you're running around really does add up. Okay, now let's look at the stats. So you're going to want to put enough points into strength to use your gear, and then you're going to want to cast Holy Bolt. Make sure you have Holy Bolt cast, and then look at your chance to block. And you want to get this to 75, or at least as close as you can get it without sacrificing too much life. And you're going to want to have at least 2,000 life, probably more like 2,300 plus, especially if it's your first time doing it. Yeah, so all the extra points that you do have are going to go into Vitality to bump your life up. Okay, now if we look at the gear, used Heart of the Oak, a Steel Shade with 2 jaws in it, 12% faster run walk, Maras, a Herald of Zakarum with a diamond in it, a Water Walks with faster run walk, Ravenfrost for Dungos with max res, Nature's Peace, some life, Poultice. These gloves are amazing for this build. Really cool new item that they added this season. Would highly recommend them if you're going to do this build. And Shaft Stop with another jaw. And then here we just got combat skillers, then life and mana, and then torch and Annie. So you don't need to copy this gear exactly. All you need to aim for is getting 30 plus physical damage reduction, 90 max res, max fire res, as much max cold res as you can get. Again, kind of up to personal preference. I would recommend getting it a little bit higher than 75. And then FCR, I've never done it below the 30 breakpoint. I'm not sure if you could do it or not. I got to the 48 breakpoint just because it's really easy with these gloves and Heart of the Oak. But I have done it with the 30 and it worked out fine. And then, like I said earlier, 2,000 plus life, probably more like 2,300 plus life. Because once I have everything cast, I got almost 2,600 life. And it's important to get your life up because every single potion you use, rejuve, you get that much more life. Okay, let's move on to the fight. Immediately upon entering the arena, you're going to run behind one of the pillars. The pillars block DClone's Fire Nova, so it's a great spot to do any buffing or refill your belt with rejuves. After you're buffed up, it's time to run out and start attacking him with Holy Bolt. You'll only take damage if you're inside of the pillars, and to tell if you're far enough in, just look at his feet because he's going to have the Salvation Aura active if you're not. As you're doing this, you're also going to want to switch between prayer and meditation to try and keep your life and mana up as best you can. Okay, so he's summoning the first wave of ads, which means you've gotten him to 75% life. These ads are going to make him invulnerable, so you need to kill them before you continue attacking. To do that, I like to switch to Fist of the Heavens. I also should probably mention that I'm going to switch to using Fist of the Heavens to attack DClone now. I do this because Fist of the Heavens is easier to cast and move, whereas Holy Bolt locks you in place. We're going to need this because he's going to start casting more spells. This is the final part of the first phase. After you've done a little bit more damage to him after the ads, he's going to cast this Hammer Nova. These hammers do massive amounts of damage, so you need to dodge them. And the best place to do that is behind the pillar. While you're standing there, you should be keeping your eye on meteors and bone spirits, and make sure you're not standing in the fire that they create. You can try and use this time to refill your belt with rejuves, but it's okay if you just focus on not getting killed. Alright, you've gotten him to 50% life, which means you're on the second phase. These ads are a little tougher because they have archers. These archers, you're going to want to focus first. And keep that in mind when you get to the third phase, because that phase has archers and mages. Just focus the range ads first, and you should be fine. Also, remember, he's going to cast that Hammer Nova each time.
Not even death can save you from me.
Hope this video ends up being helpful for someone, and hopefully you get a better Annie than me.